And now we are live.
What is going on?
I don't really know.
My poor
That's the
brother-in-law
problem.
probably wants to gouge his ears out because he's musically inclined and we ain't killing it right now. No, but all right, guys. First off, thank you so much for this time, space, and presence. I really am truly honored to, share, co-create, whatever it
Whatever.
is, be messy together or whatever. But so something that we're just talking about was, you and I are doing a seminar or a workshop or whatever. The word is trivial
Yeah.
in February about connecting, which is to me an imperative and non-negotiable part of this human journey we're on to experience love, to experience more joy, to experience co-creation, to experience insights and growth, right? All that. And yet, I believe fundamentally that part of connection is being so connected with yourself that you feel,
Disconnected,
yeah,
which is what
yeah,
we're talking about today. And,
yeah.
and so I'm not sure with what's going on with you, but I'm feeling almost like in my lower gut, something's not right, and I have no idea what it is.
Well, so you asked me when we jumped on how am I doing, and I shared paradoxical.
Yeah.
And here's what I want our listening audience to understand. And this still I have to remind myself of, right? In every plane of existence, in every plane of physical manifestation, and even above in the unseen planes, there's polarity, the law of polarity, which means you have the light and you have the dark.
You
That
have them
also
both.
means that both exist within us. And I think, for me anyway, for a long time, I was really on this like, I don't know, trajectory of crush the dark. Not deny the dark, but like, don't feed the dark, don't
Yeah.
honor the dark, blah, blah, blah.
Get to the other side. Go see the light.
Yes.
And that's the wrong answer.
It really is.
Right.
Sometimes you have to sit within the dark so that way you can peel back the layers even further. And that's why I always tell people I never pretend to have all the answers because none of us do until we have transcended.
But I say
Uh,
I'm not walking on water yet.
yeah,
So right, right.
yeah.
So
And so
let's go ahead,
So
finish.
I think that it's really important that we as people who really take this work seriously, right? This personal growth and expansion of love. And it's all love, guys. It's all about love. Because if I allow myself to be honest about being in the dark, I'm loving myself where I'm at. And I'm also hopefully encouraging through my own practice other people to recognize that in that struggle of disconnection and ambiguity is the gifts of
Right.
love.
I wrote down today. Oh my God, where is it? Where is it? Push through to unlock the next level. So you have to, and I don't even want to say push through because it's like
I'm glad you I was
sit
like,
in
I don't
it.
know how I feel about push because push
Yes.
to me is like it creates like this force, this
Right,
idea of
right.
force.
And you don't want the resistance. So, what's really interesting about this conversation is, I'm all about the 7 steps of alchemy, right? This is a process. And step number 6 is the dark night of the soul, right? And that people don't want to go there. And step number 7 is the actual alchemization of yourself,
Yeah.
becoming something different. Um, and when we resist, and try to find an answer, try to understand, try to dig up the story, we are resisting and we're feeding the fire or we're burying the fire. Either one of them makes it grow and it doesn't go away. Even getting to the other side is running away, which is a kind of resistance. So it's really when you're in the dark night of the soul, man, love the darkness. Love that this is also part of who you are. We were created from darkness, guys. You
Well, you know
know,
what's also funny that like this ties beautifully into connection, right? One
right?
of my gifts is speaking my truth without worrying, right? So yesterday I'm at the gym and there's these beautiful people, Malcolm, who is just this awesome soul, Ataya, and they know me and Nana very well. So they asked me, how you doing? And I was like, I wish I could answer that, but I really don't know. I'm kind of
Yes.
like I'm in and to Malcolm, I said, I feel like I'm going through a dark night of the soul, to which he's like, oh, damn, I haven't heard that. But here's the thing, in being truthful or transparent about the space that I'm in, guess what I receive?
Love.
Love. Love.
Love.
Because people, either one of two things are going to happen. They're like, I'm not touching this lady with a 10-foot pole because she's scary and freaking me out, which I've already transcended those people in my life. Those
Right.
people don't exist in my life. I don't attract people who can't handle the messy middle, right? Because I've already upped like that space. And then there's people who are like, yeah, you know what? I'm just in the, did you want me to bring you lunch? I'll send you a song. And that's literally what happened today. One of the women was like, I'll bring you a coffee. You want me to bring you lunch? Not trying to fix it, but just to extend love. And I think that is such an integral part of connecting, first with ourselves and then allowing ourselves to be the fully expressed version of ourselves to others, instead of this ideal of like the illusionary perfection, which is such a joke. Like it's so whatever.
Oh, it's another lie. One of the lines that I learned a long time ago, after going through a process that's called the Goddess Garden, and is facing all of the facets of being a woman, and that includes the warrior woman and it's the whole 9 yards. And it's all of the goddesses fully expressed, allowing all of the goddesses through, fully expressed. And when I freely express who I am, what I'm doing, some people, well, they don't understand it. That's fine. I'm not asking you to understand it. You're not my tribe. Some people, it frightens them. You're not there yet. That's okay. It's new and it can be frightening, but it's not new. And other people are drawn to it, right? Are drawn to it because it is the truth and it is from love. It is from caring and it is from absolute connection. And connection does not necessarily mean alignment,
Absolutely not. I mean, but
right?
we're connected with everybody anyway. And it's so funny because I sent this out. I really want to highlight this for people because this ties in with connection. Um, but let's see. I want to see if I can find it because okay. The whole world is a series of miracles, but we're so used to them, we call them ordinary things. I feel that same way about connection. Connection is that unexpected video. My friend who I love, I haven't seen in, I don't know, 2 years, sent me Tank Girl movie video. And he's like, this chick reminds me of you. That's connection. And we're totally not aligned consciously,
Right?
but that's love. And when we're open to receiving it in whatever form it presents itself, we're reminded that we are in a space of love all the time. We just have to open ourselves up to it. And we can't do that until we connect with ourselves, which is why you and I are hosting this workshop. Is it the 8th?
Yeah, it's a week from Saturday. It's the 8th. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was in
I
February.
know it is. It's sometime before Valentine's Day and it's on a Saturday. Right?
But it's true though, right? Like if you're not willing to connect with all parts of yourself, you'll really, really struggle to have that connection in this world with others. And I'm not just talking about humans. I'm talking about with animals, with plants, with the mother earth, with you know music,
With
with
cacao.
yeah,
With
yep.
cacao. So, and we're going to start it with, and this is the first time that I will be hosting a cacao ceremony. It's something that I'm adding to my plate, if you will, because it resonates so much with me. So, who doesn't love cocoa, right? Right? But this is pure. I mean, bitter. There's no sweetness. It's pure, specifically grown, very organic cacao, and I'll have their homegrown honey. So it's honey from local bees, and a few other things if you want to add to it to mix it. And it's a whole ceremony about setting intentions while you create this drink.
Mm.
And then with this drink, the intention of how you drink it. And there'll be some music and a meditation that goes with it, with opening up the heart. And this is what cacao does. I don't know about you, but I love cocoa. I love chocolate, right? It has such a positive effect on my psyche and my well being. And we're going to start off with this beautiful process before we even talk.
Well, it's so interesting because as you described that experience with the cacao ceremony, I mean, everything is with intention. And when we focus our mind, our thought, our energy towards something, it can be such a deep visceral connection, right? Nothing is separate. And yet, so often, even I, who love coffee and feel very connected to it for many reasons, particularly because it was the first thing I could find gratitude for when I was in the throes of deep addiction. And they're like, oh, find gratitude. I'm like, uh, I don't know. That yeah, maybe it was coffee, but it's that connect. It's that pause, that focused energy on that practice of taking in something and making it your own is connecting with something deeper.
And we lose that as we grow older. And what we want to do is bring it back to you. I want to share a cocoa ceremony with my grandson. Every time I go to visit them, one of the days, it's Logan, you want to make everybody cocoa? And he's like, yes. And like they have a variety of which one do you want? And he has them set out. He has your special cup and he measures the water and he puts so much love and focus and intention. That's why I ask for the cocoa.
Yeah.
Not because I want cocoa, but the love and intention that he puts into that is it makes it a beautiful experience.
It's funny because I have a networking group, and yesterday I opted out of it. And you know why? So I started working with a new root vegetable, and me and Nana can't figure out whether it's part of the cassava, like I don't even know, family. And I'm sawing the bark off of this root yesterday. I actually tried to send you all a video because I broke the knife. But the thing is the reason I didn't show up for the networking group is my intention was to offer up this gift first to myself because I'm experiencing something new. A new texture, a new way of being with a vegetable. But more than that, I'm offering love to this thing to my person, Nana, because he's at work and I know that it will make it easier for him to cook it when he gets home. And I just as you were talking about your grandson, I love to cook for my family when I'm in that space. I don't
Right.
like to cook when it's just because I need to provide food, but if I can just sit and infuse love and just be mindful of the cuts of the pepper and the knife and the thing, oh my gosh, it's like it is co-creation with creation at its finest.
Right.
It's
And
definitely
that's
my shit.
connection.
Yeah.
That's connection. And what's interesting when I feed myself that way, I eat less,
Oh, for sure.
right? Right? Because I'm involved in the process from the beginning,
Yep.
right? And so I'm very intentional. What did I make the other day? It doesn't matter, but I can remember sitting there and very specifically cutting the onions, cutting the mushrooms, right? And very intentional about the order that I put things in the pan, right? And the order that I very intentionally,
Yeah.
right? Only because I wanted to,
Yep. Yeah.
right?
But again, I think this goes back to why we really I really hope to encourage people, if you're feeling unsettled or in a space of ambiguity or unfulfillment or really kind of loss, it's not necessarily a bad thing. But might I encourage you to join our workshop so you can connect more deeply with yourself and find ways to come back home to
Yeah.
peace and love in an instant. And in that peace and love, you find that with other people, with other animals, with other things. Very quickly.
And I love how you put it, coming back home, because when I hear people say, they want to they go into nature to anchor, to me that is the process of coming home. It's, what do I need to do to get centered in love, right? It's a love that I just can't explain. It really is a
Yeah,
love.
it is indescribable. And it's yeah, it's well, that's why, I mean, coming back to the beginning of our conversation, I feel like I'm so paradoxical because there's this just overwhelming, I mean, vibrating, guys. Here's the thing, my energy, even as I speak, like my legs and my hands and my body is vibrating with this energy of love, and yet it feels really disjointed, but it's still it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, this like something about to birth or to burst.
It's interesting you said that because my rune said I'm in the process of rebirth.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what is it you would like to leave our listening audience with?
You know, we're heading into the month of love, and there's only one person that you should love the most, and from there comes everything else, and that is yourself. And the first step to that is to get connected with yourself, with the universe, with peace, with coming home. So if you're ready to come home to yourself, come join us February 8th.
Yeah. And I'm going to add to that. It's okay to get connected to anger. It's okay to get connected to sadness. A part of this workshop is being connected, allowing yourself permission to be connected in what you may not have allowed yourself to experience, in a safe space where you can be nurtured and received and welcomed and cared for in a really loving way, without the expectation that you be anything but what you're experiencing.
And we'll just hold the space for you to
Yep,
be, to be.
absolutely.
It's a
Just like
gift.
Gail and I do it all the time
I
for each
know.
other. So
I know.
with so much love, guys. We look forward to seeing you. Gail will definitely place all the links in the show notes because I probably will forget, but I'll try.
As soon as we're done, I'll get it up there.
I won't try. I'm just gonna leave that
No,
to Gail.
I'll do the links.
Fabulous. And
Gil,
we have so much love for you guys. So reach out if you have any questions, and we will talk to you soon.
bye bye.